I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.
Food Bill, second reading.
The order of the day for the second reading of the food bill be discharged. Mr. Speaker, I move that the order of the day for the second reading of the food bill be discharged and the bill referred to the Primary Production Committee for consideration.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, I move that urgency be accorded the second reading of the Companies and Limited Partnerships Amendment Bill, the first reading of the Royal Succession Bill and its referral to a select committee, the introduction and first reading of the Copyright Parallel Importation of Films Amendment Bill and its referral to a select committee, the first reading of the Local Government Auckland Council Amendment Bill number 2, the second reading of the Building Amendment Bill number 4, the second reading of the Families Commission Amendment Bill, the second reading of the Financial Reporting Bill, the second reading of the Bail Amendment Bill, the second reading of the Family Court Proceedings Reform Bill, the second reading and committee stages of the Psychoactive Substances Bill, the committee stage of Legal Assistance Amendment Bill, the committee stage of the State Sector and Public Finance Reform Bill, the committee stage and third reading of the Plumbers, Gas Fitters and Trainlayers Amendment Bill and any bills into which it may be divided, the committee stage of the Taxation, Livestock Valuation, Asset Expenditure and Remedial Matters Bill, the committee stage of the Airport's Cost Recovery for Processing of International Travellers Bill, the committee stage of the Administration of Community Sentences and Orders Bill, the committee stage of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand Covered Bonds Amendment Bill and the committee stage of the Medicines Amendment Bill. Mr. Speaker, it's a long list that the government has expressed a desire to make some progress with. Mr. Speaker, urgency is a very legitimate tool for a government to be able to claim some extra time to get business on the order paper further progressed. I think it would probably come as some surprise to most New Zealanders that the House only sits for 31 days a year. It sits for only 3 days of each of those 31 weeks, and that on each of those days accumulates to around about 13 hours of legislation in any given week. That adds up, sir, to 12 40-hour weeks a year to progress a government's program. That is a very, very limited amount of time. And given that members of Parliament are elected primarily to be legislators, it's not surprising that there should be strong support for more time taken in the legislative process. Mr. Speaker, I asked the Business Committee to consider using the extended hours provision for some of these bills to make progress. But there is one party, New Zealand First, that doesn't accept that standing order should exist, and the Labour Party have a view that only bills they agree with should be progressed during those sessions, or if there is a Wednesday morning session caused by the government, not the Thursday evening session as the government proposed. Mr. Speaker, it's therefore, I think, the only option we have open to us to get on with the business of government is to, in fact, have this urgency at this time.
The question is that the point of order, the Honourable Trevor.
Mr. Speaker, I'd just like you to confirm that, as well as having a lecture on the shortness of time, we have had a specific reason for the urgency for these bills.
I am satisfied with the reasons that have been given by the Honourable Jerry Brownlee. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary? No. The ayes have it. Is a party vote called for? A party vote is called for. Would the clerk please conduct a party vote?
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes opposed.
Maori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
The Honourable Peter Dunn.
1 vote in favour.
Brendan Horan. Any other votes?
The ayes are 63, the noes are 55. The motion is agreed to. I call on Government Order of the Day number 2.
Companies and Limited Partnerships Amendment Bill, second reading.